Let me give a shout out to the good people before I get started. Whew. Hey, Maurice Smith. What's up, Miss Boston? Coletta Broderick. What's up? Indigo Blue. I have to say it with my French tongue. What's going on, Miss P? Hey, Miss Washington. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Queen Beijing. Always great to see her. Everybody. Whew. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I've been doing pretty cool, y'all. Dealing with my sister hospitalization and things, and she all right. And she okay. So I'm happy with that. It's bad, but when I went and visited her a couple of days in a row, she had strong. They out of intensive care and stuff. So they letting us visit her, and her energy is strong. It's just the body is weak. So we working on getting the body right and stuff like that. But I'm pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I was really fucked up. So before I get started with this morning prayer, I wanna well, morning discussion, morning prayer. I want to just talk to you guys about something. Now, this is my own personal experience. You guys can take it how you want to take it. Uh, do with it what you want to do with it. I'm just transparent as fuck. So, me and my sister, we didn't have the best relationship growing up. I mean, pretty damn. I honestly, I couldn't stand her ass. I couldn't stand her. Didn't want to deal with her. Thought she wasn't, fit for the earth and all that stuff. Just because of how we grew up, childhood, just sibling rivalry. You know, she did some pretty bad things to me, and I'm pretty sure I've done it. She can say the same thing about me. I'm no angel. And for a long time, I avoided going around my family. I avoided going around that particular sister. I go around to celebrations, birthday parties, the old get in, get out, stay 5, 10 minutes, show my face, drop a gift off, and I'm out the door for the bullshit start with the family. I got one of them real savage ass Southern families. We can fuck with each other, but y'all can't fuck with us. That energy. So while she was in intensive care and I couldn't lay eyes on her, you know what I'm saying? I was really in my resolve, good people. I was, yeah, fuck it. It's her time, let her go. You know what I'm saying? I done did a lot, and I even she owed me money. I had a lot of little animosity there, a lot of little anger, and because I wasn't setting eyes on them. But as soon as they let me in that room, after she got out of intensive care, and I seen my eldest sister not at her best, not what I'm used to seeing her as, thick sister, fun loving, shit talker, anything you want to think about. Uh, as soon as I didn't see her like that, and that memory that I had of her being the little slickster, the little shit talker, the little troublemaker, and I saw where she had fallen from grace down to here. A lot of that anger and shit just left me. A lot of my hatred just, I fucking melted, people. And I really melted. I pride myself on being a very logical thinking person, understanding life, death, mood swings and shit. And I feel like if I'm finna pop off and lose my cool, I know how to get the fuck away from the situation because, not saying I'm the baddest mofo on the planet, but this right here don't register properly due to all the trauma and abuse and shit I done been through. It's like this is gonna keep hurting you, so let's just end this shit right now. So I'm gonna take it to the extreme. So I know dealing with my family, they've hurt me in so many ways that I know if I get pushed there, I need to get their ass for the good, the bad, the ugly, the old, and what they could possibly do. Because I'm very efficient. But looking at my sister, when I laid eyes on her, And the first thing she did, she reached up to me like this. Me and her never got along. This so before I tell y'all that the gooey shit, y'all know I like to fuck with Pisces on my channel. And let me tell you something. I can tell you God knows God on the truth. No Pisces has ever done me dirty, people. There has not been one Pisces on the planet, whether I was in a relationship with them, which I never dated one, whether I hung out with them, screwed them, which I never screwed one. No Pisces has ever done me dirty. Okay? But my disdain for the zodiac sign of Pisces stemmed from the energy from my sister, how me and her didn't get along, and I couldn't understand why. So only thing I could really put it on was, I mean, we was raised by the same parent. Only thing I put it on, she was a Pisces. So in my life, I avoided that particular zodiac sign, that energy. Then one of my best dudes didn't know he was a Pisces till he told me the other day. He come over, man, I'm a Pisces. What the dude? But I love it, brother. Talking to certain people on the phone, clients, you gonna dislike me because but I had to think none of them, no Pisces zodiac sign ever done me wrong, but I never engaged with them due to the energy of my sister and myself. So, and I had to come to that agreement. Ain't no Pisces ever hurt me. Ain't nobody ever messed me over, done me dirty. So why am I disliking this zodiac sign so much? Not saying disliking like hate, but why I'm refusing to interact with it. But it just had, and I had to think it just stemmed from the sign that me and my sister was at, and that was that anger. So now, so Pisces, I'm gonna still call you serial killers. It's hard to change it, but y'all ain't never hurt me. So when I say that stuff, I'm just joking. And I know where the joke come from. It's probably a bad joke, and I'm gonna apologize if it's in bad taste. But that just stemmed from the emotional trauma and abuse me and my sister inflicted on each other. So now, back to this. So I'm all bravado walking in there. I was just gonna go see my sister, stay for like 5, 10 minutes. Let her know I care, see what I can do to help her and that type of energy though. And when I walked in, and I'm not gonna cry, y'all, because I cried already, so I got them tears out because I knew I was gonna tell y'all this. When I walked in, I seen my eldest sister, some big old, nicely shaped girl, and she had gotten smaller and she was sickly. And when I walked in there, she reached her hands up. That was it. And all the anger I felt, it melted, people. It melted. So I was like, wow. I'm 45. She's 52, 55. Me and her had this love hate relationship for years, over 30 years, people. And I'm just here to tell you, when faced with death, that hard shit inside of you, it goes away. Nothing me and my sister went through mattered. And I found myself praying for her. I was asking every spirit, every source, every Loa, don't take her from me. Give me a little bit more time with her to make up for it. So, just what I'm telling you guys. If, I know it's hard, trust me, I'm coming from that, easier said than done. If you guys have a sibling, family member, mainly your siblings, that you guys have been beefing with, don't wait till they go to talk to love them. I mean, try to bury it if you gotta avoid them, but just don't carry that hatred and shit around with you. I love my big sister. I never said that. I'm the one thing that made her feel good. She reached up to me. So, spirit broke me down, people. Now, before I get into the prayer, one more thing, because I believe everything's happened for a reason. So there's a part of me that I said I could never be truly 100% spiritual that I wanted to be, because I know I had that energy against that Pisces zodiac sign. And I know there's probably potential lots of females in my past that would have made me a great wife that I avoided just due to that particular energy. There's lots of brothers I could have been friends with that I avoided due to that particular energy, me having that disdain. So I always told myself, how can I, and this is me being transparent. I say, how can I be a 100% spiritualist, love everybody, care for everybody, want to help everybody? How can I portray the traits of the Holy Bible? How can I portray the traits of the Holy Quran, the I Ching? How can I be this spiritual influencer, guru, whatever you want to call it? How can I be that when I'm sitting up there hating a zodiac? Well, not hating, disliking a zodiac sign due to disliking, due to the trauma that came from my sister being that zodiac sign. And let me tell you how the universe worked. I was at the store the other day and I was minding my business. I'm fly as fuck. Y'all know I like to dress and I look good and always got to smell good. And I'm at the store and a girl walk up to me, she tapped me on the back. I turn around like, because I'm at the self checkout, y'all. I'm thinking, oh shit, I done fucked up and misscanned. They finna ban me from my favorite store, Publix. So I'm taking one of the damn, cashier attendants, self checkout attendant. So I look around and I look at the sister, and she was a very attractive woman. But she reminded me of my sister. And I'm like, how you doing? I say, everything okay? And she was like, I just wanted to tell you I like you. You look really good and I want to know if you single. I say, I say I'm not looking for a relationship right now. I do appreciate it. And I gave her a hug. That was at the Publix, right? And I'm like, damn, that girl looked like my sister, and I'm like, I said, that bitch could never get it. Ugh. Because I'm still got that anger. I'm like, that bitch will never get this ping. Mm-mm-mm. So then a lot of the clients start booking readings. The majority of them motherfuckers were Pisces. And I'm having excellent conversations with them. So I don't believe in asking people zodiac signs. Only thing I say, what's your zodiac sign? I mean, the reading over, what you got there? Oh, I'm a Pisces. You a Pisces? What the fuck, you? And I said, Spirit, why are you putting all these damn Pisces energies in my life right now? I'm a Leo man. I mean, granted, Pisces, Leo, we at the opposite end of the spectrum. We're not polar opposite. That's Aquarius. But Pisces and Leos, they opposite energy forces. And I said, why are you putting all of these Pisces in my way? Being friends with him, my best man, friends with him, love the dude. Dantes, he's a rapper on IG. I be featuring some of his songs on my cut. Love that dude, man. That's a great brother. Y'all check him out, please. We like this. Great brother. So I say, why do you keep putting this in my life, man? I say, I don't fuck with Pisces people, man. Keep in mind, no Pisces ever hurt me. And everybody Pisces and I'm having great conversations, great interactions, getting complimented. I'm jiving and junking. Then I realized this. So it's breaking my brain. And I say that to say this: Spirit, Source, Universe was working to make me a complete person inside, was working to make me a complete spiritualist inside. Because he knew I was lacking that sympathy and empathy for that particular zodiac sign, that I could not be fully me. I was being impartial, opposing to that one. And then a little few days later, I learned that my sister is to the point of transitioning. I see what they was doing, people. They was breaking me down. They was breaking me down. to the point they had to break me down to get that anger out of my heart, to go in there and see my sister as my sister and not as a zodiac sign. Go figure. So Hannah say it's my birthday. Oh, Hannah Pisces. So yeah, no, Clary. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. So trust spirit, man. Trust the universe, trust source, trust yourself, you know. But yeah. So on to this morning prayer. Y'all know I'm about sensitive as a damn cancer. You know I'm gonna cry when this shit hit me. That's just me. What happened to the day when I was a tooth chipper? In my 30s, in my 20s, man, I kick your ass. I ain't cry for nothing. Fuck that shit, man. Nah, I sit back and I contemplate life and I contemplate other people's problems and I look at the TV and I cry. I look at little memes and shit and shit on YouTube and people that's going through hardship and I cry and I feel for them. What happened to the tough motherfucker? I was so tough, tooth chipper. I don't care about that shit. As you get older, that ego melt, boy, and you start understanding what loving your fellow man and fellow sister is. I bet when I was young, I used to be a shithead and disrespect women, but now I cry when I see a woman get disrespected. I be like, God damn, brother, why you doing it like that? In my head, it hurts my soul. And I remember back in the day, man, I was like, man, fuck that bitch. There's another one around the corner, but I cry sometimes now. And then when I see the women hurting the brothers and making them feel like shit, and you can see the brother get broken, he looking his best and a woman shoot him down. And you can see his shoulders collapse and he ain't got that chest sticking out his sink in. And I be sitting in my car watching an action and a tear rolled down my eye. You know, I'm like, God damn, brother, don't let it win. You still a man, you got this. Buck that bitch back up and go on about your business, dog. But I find myself crying a lot. I don't know, am I sensitive? I don't know what the fuck going on. I don't know if my man bone gone. I don't fucking know. I just know that I'm a tooth chipper, y'all. Don't get it twisted. I still kick ass. I'm just sensitive for some odd reason. Maybe the sun done changed to purple, and I don't fucking know, and it's affecting my DNA. I don't know. Isaiah will point you right back to the spirit one way or the other. All right. All right. The sensitive ass kicker. All right, let's get into this thing, people. Now, this is something I want you guys really to understand. I'm going to read it verbatim and then I get into it. And thank y'all for letting me hit you with that 20-minute rant, y'all. Appreciate it so much. All right, so now y'all know I can't read far. Okay. If I look at the screen, I could read far away, but if I look at this screen, I can't read. These glasses are made to read up close shit like this because it got the medicine at the bottom. Right now. I need it, bitches. Okay, so today's word is mimion, mimeomia, mimeomia. I know it sounds crazy, but work with me. Mimi, mimeo, mia, mimeomia. Y'all choose it. I'm just gonna fuck it up. Y'all can go and so mimeomia. The frustration, hear me out, y'all. The frustration of knowing how easily you fit into a stereotype, even if you're never intended to, even if it's unfair, even if everyone else feels the same way. So just let me break it down. Mimiami, the frustration of knowing how easily you fit into a stereotype. Now, people, how often have that happened to us? And I chose this word today because of what I was going through. I was stereotyping all Pisces. I stereotyped every last one of them. I told every last Pisces, will hurt you. Every last Pisces will lie to you. Every last Pisces is a serial killer. Every last Pisces too emotional. They fuck up your life. In my mind, and not one Pisces has done that to me. But due to the trauma I dealt with my sister and myself, us inflicting trauma, I put all Pisces in that stereotype, people. See, I'm not bringing this word to you out of thin air or nothing. This is, I'm working on myself personally with this. This is me turning the mirror on myself and like, Negro, this was you. You did this to a whole damn archetype. You did this to a whole zodiac sign. You did as wrong, Baron. Fix that shit, bro. This is me talking to myself. So the frustration of knowing how easily you fit into a stereotype. Now, when my clients used to call me and they like, you go easy on us Pisces. I used to take it as a joke, be like, man, Pisces crazy. I ain't fucking with no Pisces. I never have to deal with one. I ain't never have to eat concrete crow. And I never thought about how that would make them feel because nobody never really understood, was I joking or was I serious? But on my channel, I was like just bashing a little Pisces, and again, it's personal trauma. So I take the backlash that come with this. I put it out there. I take it, y'all. I'm transparent. But I stereotype that zodiac sign based off one interaction. Now, enough about me. Let's move on to you. How many of you have stereotyped someone, even when that person tried to change their life? We got this now. We're gonna rock with it. Even when that person tried to change their life, we only see that person for what their family is. If it's a family of whores, the daughter gonna grow up to be a whore. If it's a family of crooks, robbers, and thieves and murderers, somebody gonna grow up in that family to be just that. And then the one kid that you, or the one person that you start interacting with, and what's your family? Who your family? Oh, you a Jonathan Smith Cole. Oh man, all them motherfuckers gangbangers, all them motherfuckers Crips, all them motherfuckers gangster disciples. So naturally, the person you're dealing with, you're gonna associate with that particular energy. That's stereotyping. Now imagine the energy that person is feeling because you start moving a certain way around that person. You start treating that person a little different. You start enacting a certain way, keeping, how they say, keeping that person at an arm's length, or just giving that person the bare minimum of you, because you have an ideology of that person and you have stereotyped that person, and that person is suffering. I'm gonna say it again, mimeomia. It rolls better off the tongue. But this is the fucked up part about mimeomia. When a person is feeling that energy, they don't know the emotion. They don't know that they feeling frustrated because they've been stereotyped. But they sit up there and they prostrate themselves in that position in order to make you feel comfortable, people. They prostrate themselves in that position in order to make you feel comfortable with yourself. So if there's a known killer in the mix and that you can't see the good in that person, that person gotta act hard. That person gotta act indifferent. That person gotta act the part, because that's what you know that person to be. That's how you're gonna move around that person. And if that person act anything different than what you think that person should act, now it puts you on alert and you become a danger to that person. If I'm not making sense, people, with the way I think about this word, please tell me, Baron, I don't see that shit. But a person that's been stereotyped has to act a certain way for your comfort. Because if they don't act a certain way for your comfort and you start moving something that's totally foreign to their ideology of you, now they're uncomfortable and they can be very erratic. They can sit up there and hold you to a certain standard. They can sit up here and do something. Another prime example, and now I'm finna turn it to the racial. Another prime example when it comes to race, creed, color. Growing up, I never knew Asian people in my community. Never knew Asian people. if you wasn't that Magic Fry, the stove over there, I had no interaction with you. So only thing I learned from about Asians people was what I saw on TV. And there wasn't a lot of Asian American shows. Only thing we knew was Kung Fu, Bruce Lee. You know, they didn't even show us technological savvy. We only thing I knew was karate movie, martial arts. So when I actually saw an Asian man building a house, again, this is years ago, people. When I actually saw an Asian man building a house, he had his tool belt, he had his hammer, he was crawling up the ladder, he had his mud and spackle and shit, and he was fixing up a house. And, and when the fuck Asians learn how to build a house? You see where we're going with this? I said, when the fuck an Asian man do handiwork like plumbing and shit? I say, the fuck, this man building the house. I stood there, people. I stood there and looked at the man. I watched him for like 30 minutes. Like, I don't believe this shit was, it was amazing to me. Because I had stereotyped all Asians as people who do kung fu and people who work at the convenience stores in our neighborhood. I never seen one doing handyman work. So I had stereotyped them as being shopkeepers and fighters. And in my youth, I idiotically asked him, I say, man, I say, what school you went to learn how to do carpentry? He say, I've been a carpenter all my life. My dad been a carpenter all my life. We built every house that we live in. I said, what? He said, yeah, we own 2 of these properties over here. I come here and fix them up. Spoke perfect goddamn English. What the fuck? And I was laughing in my head like, the fuck, I just stepped into the Twilight Zone? Because I had put this mimeomia on somebody. I stereotyped that person. Guess what? I started hanging out with that person. And surprisingly, he taught me how to measure out a building from floor, the base, the walls. He taught me how to get a perfect level on the floor or distance from the ceiling. He say the floor is always uneven. Even if you lay the perfect concrete slab, say it's gonna be uneven. He say, but what's not uneven is the roof at the ceiling. When you put your towel in, then you measure down and then you get your distance, accuracy. I kept that in knowledge, and I was able to build tree houses, and I was able to help my uncle and them build houses up behind that. But you see where I'm going with this? Oh yeah, and by the way, I couldn't pronounce his Asian born name, so he just told me to call him Billy. And me and Billy became good friends for a long time as a youth of mine. And Billy used to show me, and then I started working with Billy, and he'll shoot me about $100 and shit, putting in window panes and stuff, helped him. Got to know Billy. Then I'm like, Asians can build and shit. Now I look at him and be like, all right, you all right? But but I put that stereotype on him. And that was a racial thing. That's all I saw. Now let's take it to the most common thing. Let's take it to black and white. We get upset when people mimeomia us because they think black people got this dark ass skin and we supposed to be rough and rude and tough and kick ass and disrespectful and criminals and shit, and we get upset with it. We get upset. Don't you don't think I can afford this car? You don't think I can afford this house? What the fuck your problem is? And people look at us and they be like, well, these people belong in the ghetto. These people belong in the project. These people are supposed to be drinking malt liquor on the corner, dressed in $10 million worth of clothes with no houses, no cars, no ambitions, no degrees, no shit. And they'll project that energy on us, again, mimeomia, and we'll sit up there and we'll eat that shit and we'll get mad at it. But something that we don't do more than often, we don't challenge it. We act the motherfucking role to keep that person safe and calm because we're so afraid that that person will buck the fuck off. We're afraid that person gonna be a Karen or a Kevin and call 911. See, nobody understood the energy that was going on when this whole Karen and Kevin epidemic took heat, took fire. It was because due to a racial disparity, those Karens and Kevins saw us as one way. They had stereotyped us. And when we came out of that bag, that pocket, they weaponized law enforcement. Some women weaponized their tears. Some men weaponized their pockets and their the people who they knew to get in, to gain influence with, the local authorities. And it's like you come and you run the tags and you get the IDs and you start seeing our credentials and where we're from. Well, I just didn't think you can own this apartment. I didn't think that you can have this nice car. You just don't look the part. People, mimeomia. That's a racial divide, man. When we stereotype people, it's hurtful. But we force that person to act a certain way in order to keep you comfortable. Now, what if all us bougie ass bourgeois Negroes storm Chase Bank, shirt, tie, suits, everything, everybody in there got at least 300,000 in the bank, and we sitting up there saying, hey, we want to buy this property, we want to work this together, we want to do this? It'll be an instant no, because we don't fit the norm. Why do y'all want to come together now and buy it? Because they have stereotyped black folks as not sticking together. Why do y'all want to buy this property? It's a question. It's uncomfortability. But if we go in there and say, I want to buy this property myself, I want to buy this property myself, I want to buy the property myself, they're like, oh yeah, let's run your credit. Let's do what we got to do, because they know you're not going to fit the circumstance. You know you're not going to fit the narrative. It's 40% people of your pay. How many people can pay 40% of your pay plus 30% to the government and still come out with a property? I mean, I've been into this stuff right now. So when we don't fit the narrative, we make them uncomfortable. That's a racial divide. Same thing with blacks, what we do white. When I seen a white boy walking through the hood, gold tee, dreadlock, tattoo, and the fuck wrong with him? I say, God protect. I used to say a prayer for every white person I seen walking in the hood. And God protect this motherfucker. They don't know what they doing. Then you go talk to him, you find out that motherfucker blacker than you. Got more soul than you, got more street cred than you, done probably got two more bodies more than you do. That's just the way it is. But I'm thinking, oh, white folks need to be in Beverly Hills somewhere, eating the cucumber and mayonnaise sandwiches and drinking lemonade. I'm a bitch. We grew up right down there in the dead end, bitch. I was there when Tebow got smoked, nigga. I the one called the police. We rushed and talking with a heavy slang. All right, peanut, this shit is good. Now you, bam. But it happened. And I just did black and white, but I'm pretty sure it's everywhere. Because I know we done seen certain different races and they out of the norm. Like, and I get to the spiritual part of this thing in a second. Like when I seen two Mexicans arguing and fighting with each other. My stereotype of the Mexican that they gonna stick together no matter what. That all Mexicans know each other. All Mexicans gonna do what they gotta do. They're gonna work with each other. They're gonna work hard. I never knew the Mexican culture. My grandma even said, boy, them Mexicans gonna stick together. This our race. So my stereotype was, if you see one Mexican and it's one across the street, them Mexicans know each other. Don't fuck with them unless you're ready for it, because that Mexican gonna run across the street and fuck you up with that Mexican, then they're gonna disappear. You're never gonna know them. They're gonna cross the border. That's what my mentality. So if I ever have to tangle with a Mexican, bitch, we coming hard. I'm coming at your ass, and if I see him over there, whether he know you or not, I'm going to get him next. Cause I don't know what the fuck he capable of. That was a mentality growing up, right? Then to see a Mexican say, I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with your kind, nigga. Fuck you. You ain't my people. And I'm like, the fuck going on in China, man? I say, the fuck going, Mexicans don't get along. But the stereotype I put on them that everybody got along. And the reason why I'm being so transparent with you, how I grew up and what I was thinking, because people, we do this every day and we don't even know it. We do this every day and we don't even know it, people. And that was on a racial tip. That's just me. Y'all probably better than me, because I am not a good motherfucking person. Trust me, this spiritual thing, this God had to put me here, because I am Not a good person. People say, man, don't look like you ever bust a grape with a hammer. I thank you so much. That means the change worked. I was not a good person, man. Not a good person. So let's talk about us spiritualists. Let's really turn the gun on us with this mimeomia stuff. Let's turn the gun on us, y'all. Y'all ready? When it comes to our spirituality, people say you need to take a stand. If you're a black person, you need to be Christian. This is black in America now. If you're black in America, you need to be Christian. If you're white in America, you need to be Christian. If you're anything else, you need to be just that. You see a Asian man, they need to be Buddha. You see a Arabian man, he need to be Allah. You see a white person, they can't be Celtic or Wiccan or New Age movement. They have to be Christian or Druid. See a black man in America, he better be AME, Baptist, Pentecostal. Got to be Holy Christian Jesus Christ. So then when we start switching the narrative up and we start relying on more ancestor energy, looking to nature, going back to our original gods from our homeland, and keep in mind, this ain't color based. I'm just talking about religion in itself. So white folks, Chinese folks, we just fill yourself into this narrative in your culture. When we started going back to our originals, how our ancestors and our tribes and how we used to think, operate, and be in the old days when we had more control over what went on down the earth, people looked at us as that's not the typical stereotype. These people right here are a nuisance. They're devil worship. They're menaces. They don't belong on this planet. They misleading the youth. They demon catchers. They gave us a lot of scenarios. Talking about the African, Black American diaspora. A lot of people start bringing up the whole EFOC energy. It was bad. It was bad, people. They were like, it was bad. They worshiping these demons and saints. But you know what? In Africa, that's what they did in Nigeria. Then they go to Haiti. Oh, they worship voodoo. That's bad. That's black magic. That's this. But in that country, that's what they do. When you get up there to the white people, oh, they worship Valhalla and Thor and Odin and the All Father. They racist pigs. They hate all blacks. They hate every race unless you're white. We stereotype them people. We see the Celtic cross on them and oh, they must be Aryan nations. No, they just believe in the whole Celtic Druid principle of things. Until they sit up there and call you out your name or pretend or interject that racist energy on you, why would you assume that's what they are? We done fucked up some great connections just by seeing a tattoo of a Celtic cross with the vines wrapped around a bitch. Oh, they Aryan nation. That's just that person's energy in a religious sect. I mean, and so on, so on. But people with this word, mimia mia, the frustration of knowing how easily you fit into a stereotype, it hurts. And people get to changing up. They get to changing up. The people who do practice African spirituality, Kemetic science, Hotepians, or how you want to call them, they sit up there and they want to hide it. They want to hide the energy. They want to hide that they coming into themselves, that they coming in the source. Because if you don't fit that Christian narrative in a Christianized America, colonialism, you become a pariah. You become the demon hunter. You become the people who mislead others. Not they don't see the good that you're doing with it. They don't see that you're helping people out of personal problems because you can go and conjure your Ogun and conjure your saints. They don't see that you're doing that. They don't see that you could go and pray and give an offering to Freya and have Freya come down and burn all this motherfucking this waste around them. They don't see that. They only see the simple fact that you not one thing which they think you should be, and it makes them uncomfortable. It makes them uncomfortable. So they typecast you. And guess what we do? And I was. Notice the key word was guilty of this. My grandma raised me Southern folk magic. Southern folk magic. Man, this magic is yours, but we in the South, we gonna do what we gotta do to get it done. We gonna hit a straight lick with a crooked stick if we have to, and we gonna understand what we gotta do. And we gonna do it. We gonna help while we're doing it. But I hid that so long because everybody didn't understand Southern folk magic. It was witchcraft, it was black magic, it was me not trusting in the divine source of Jesus Christ. So I hid it and masqueraded as a Christian, still doing shit like this. I was living a lie, people, knowing that when I get in there and I get in my closet and I meditate and I go pluck my herbs and shit from the garden and I go out there and I mix up this potion and I got this chicken and I got this tongue and I got this animal and I know I'm doing what I'm doing, putting all my drive and my energy into it to help myself or to help my person. God damn, I'm at my best. But I used to mask it to keep other people comfortable. And every time I did something, my energy died on the spot. Listen to me good, people. When you allow yourself to be stereotyped dealing with your spirituality, what you should be, how you should be, and when you should be, all your work falls dead at the door. All the praying, all the prepping, all the candle burning, all the fucking, all whatever you did to get to that point, it falls dead because you deny yourself. Now, I don't believe in the Christian Bible, but it's a great damn read, and I believe it was all allegorical. I get it. Faith without works is dead. That's one. And if you do not believe in me, I will not believe in you. I don't think that was a man or a woman talking to me. I think that was me talking to myself. If I don't believe that my spiritual actions, my work, my progress, my deal is going to work and I deny it by masking it as something else, it's dead on arrival. I don't believe in you, so why? I mean, you don't believe in me, so why should I believe in you? That's just a self conversation. But because it's being stereotyped, we had to sit up there and pretend to be something we're not. We have to pretend to be Christian. We have to pretend to be Muslim, if that's what it is. We have to pretend. And the shit just tears us down. It devastates our spiritual energy. And it suppresses it more than anybody could. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. Now, that's the spiritual part about it. Let's go into the relationship. You know I like that. Let's go into the relationship part about it. Fellas, and I'm finna talk to you guys. I want to call you guys out first because I need you guys to understand what I'm saying. So, fellas, we spend all our time, effort, talent, treasure, whatever, in getting the woman that we want or the person. It's 2024. Gotta be fair, y'all. We spend our time getting the woman of our dream. We'll flirt, buy flowers, muffin, roses. We'll do everything we can. Promise of the world, gift her with this, do everything we can. And then we end up getting that woman, getting our person. And then we see some of the way she moved, the traits she have. We look at her family. We look at her brothers. We look at her exes. How your ex look, how he was. We look at our exes and we go down the line and we look at that shit. And then when we look at her exes, we sit up there and we say, oh, she must be this type of woman. If she this type of woman, I got to be this type of man. And when they do that, people, guess what happened to us, brothers, when we do that? We stereotype that woman. Now she's feeling out of place because she knows it now. She knows that the energy have changed because she have gotten to know you. You have gotten to know her. And she gonna move accordingly in order to protect herself. Am I wrong, ladies? Brothers, you ain't never felt that energy? So now, when you do there, and I've been guilty of this shit, when you do that there, now you're not letting that woman give her all to you because you have typecasted her for something she did in her past or somebody who she fucked with that made her into that individual that she had to be in her past. It's a whole brand new you, brother. It's a whole brand new, you know how I say the man set the tone. And I'm an alpha male 100% Sigma though. But I run my shit. If I set the tone with the woman that I'm with, I don't give a fuck what you done been through, how many niggas you done fuck, what you done had to go through. You mine. And you gonna follow this direction right here. This is the narrative. If you step out of that right there, I'm not gonna typecast. I'm gonna just say you fucked up. Bye bye. That's being a man. But we'll sit up there and we'll prejudge these people off of what they did and stereotype them just because she done got the BBL, got the titty job, just because she got more than one kid from different fathers. Now she's a whore. She's out there. But nigga, what are you trying to do? You trying to get the pussy too. What if you accidentally put a baby into her ass and she don't believe in abortion? Now you just made her that hoe. Now she gotta act accordingly. Treat you like she treated them. So brothers, I'm trying to get you guys to understand. We need to stop thinking so negative of our sisters just because of what they done been through and stop typecasting them over what the majority of the people they've been around. It happened. It happened, man. I've done it. Had a great girl. But I seen her friends. And I know her friends was fucking out of both pants leg. And this is your best friend? Bitch, you fucking out of both pants leg too, because I know that dude that she was fucking, he had to have a homeboy, and I know y'all gonna ride together. So guess what? If she fucked the homeboy there, I know you gonna give him some pussy just off GP. So now I'm trying to make you my lady, but now seeing how your friend roll, I'm gonna typecast you, stereotype you into that same thing. So now I'm gonna treat you accordingly. Nigga, you ain't getting all of this, you just finna get this meat. Even though I like you, I'm gonna treat you good, but you just finna get the dick, that's all. Probably lost out on something good back in the day. See, I'm a realist. I know how to put the blame on me. I know how to say where I fucked up at. I ain't always been perfect. I'm perfect now, y'all. I ain't always been this understanding, intelligent, having this emotional intelligence. But that's how it goes in relationship. That's mimeomia. We force people to act a certain way, regardless how it make them feel, in order to protect themselves. That's the definition. Now, ladies, let's go over here and let's turn that. Let's put that boot on your goddamn neck right quick. You guys typecast and stereotype brothers in a whole different way. We typecast women on how many niggas they done fucked. You guys typecast brothers on how many times they have allowed themselves to fail. Listen to me good. How many times they have allowed themselves to fail. Let me block this motherfucker here. Hide user from channel. I think that's what it did. Yeah. Saw that shit coming. So sisters, y'all will look at a man and see how many times he done had his ass handed to him, how many times he done had his ass kicked, how many times he done been put down or mistreated or fucked over. And y'all will look at that man and say, he ain't shit. He a weakling. He ain't got it. He can't do nothing for me. He ain't this shit. Even if he's sitting up there stacked with millions of dollars, you look at him and say, oh, he's a simp. He's a buster. He's broke. He's busted up. I could run him. He ain't got no power. He a weak man. And just because he have been fucked over in the past, or he done dropped his guard, fell in love, you guys will look at him to the point and say, yeah, he ain't shit. And then you end up losing out on something that was good. Because I know a lot of brothers that done been simps, and them motherfuckers are manned up and became alpha men. They ain't hit Sigma yet. That's only reserved for the real. And they done stepped the game up. They done became alpha men. And now they can't even look at a one because y'all gonna remember they past. And y'all, oh, I remember when Tara fucked you over. I remember when you was sitting up there crying on the porch because Sarah left you. And I remember when you were chasing her down the street, begging her to be back with you. You a weak ass nigga. So not everybody in that hood already typecast that brother as this. Now he gotta act that part. I'm gonna act the sympathetic person just so I can debate a man, just so I could get somebody in my bed and be with me, or can I maintain this image that I am true, that I have come into, and get the woman I want? But it frustrates us, just like it frustrates y'all. It frustrates us. And that's where you guys go wrong at, women. You guys look at our past of how many times we done failed, been fucked over, how many relationships we don't have, and it had to be our fault. The woman couldn't do it, y'all. It had to be something. If we got our ass kicked when we was younger, naturally we can't protect y'all, right? Because naturally the next nigga gonna beat our ass too if y'all get into it. Not taking the fact that a bitch done got these muscles now, they so pretty. Not taking the motherfucker that got his ass rocked a little bit. He probably could have took up martial art. He probably done went to the point where he so extreme that one pop off, this bitch gonna do your ass in. Probably the fact he done went through loss, done lost the love of his life, done watch his sister get beat up and he couldn't defend her. So now he done took up some kind of boxing martial art so he can defend all women. And y'all missing out on that because y'all done typecast my man, stereotyping, and he is forced to play that role unless he's strong enough to get out of it. Just like you guys got to be strong enough to get out of the identity of a whore, the identity of your past, if that what happened. Oh, the identity of you guys just letting a man run over you. That's a thing. Oh man, Brenda, man, Brenda don't check your phone. She don't care, man. Brenda don't want a bitch in her bed. Brenda weak like that, and then you see your rotation. That motherfucker causing you to act that way. You don't want that. You want your main person. You be want your main person, right? But then you only attracting these clowns that's looking at you as a fuck. So now you gotta act the part. People, I'm just telling you how it go. That's on a relationship level though. So what illogical motherfucking thing goes on in our head that we have to typecast each other and force each other to act a certain way to make us feel comfortable? You know how illogical that is? You know how selfish that is? You know how petty it is? I can't allow you to reintroduce yourself to me as the person that you want to be right here and now. I'm gonna say you always was a bitch nigga, you always gonna be a bitch nigga, you gonna stay a bitch nigga. You always was a whole slut bitch, you always gonna be that way. You always fucked out of both pants leg, you gonna be that way. Sometime a motherfucker just went through a phase. They call whole phases. We all have them. I know a lot of people that did one night stands. That don't mean that girl was bad. That bitch was in her zone. She was in her element. She was feeling herself. She did it. Brother, man, I'm in that zone. I just got the magnetism. I'm finna hit me something tonight. One night stand, that brother was on it. That don't mean he go around fucking everything like that. That just was that time. It happened, man. We done been there. I done been there. Hell, it's that energy. People, we have to break these toxic ass energies that's permeating through our ancestor lineage. Taking it back to the old days of slavery. We had to bow our head, yes, a master. I sure enough getting it. Yeah, but I likes the cooning thing. And then you realize that if you step out of that character, that person is gonna lynch you, hang you, fuck you over, destroy you because you're not acting the part of what they think you should be acting. People, can we in 2024 can we normalize not stereotyping each other? Can we normalize meeting each other every day of our life as if we met that person and honoring the energy that that person want to present to us? We may know it's a lie. Hell, it may just be a identity that that person's stepping into, that they may be just trying on. Let's embrace it. We can embrace somebody coming out the closet saying, "Hey, I like same sex," and we don't say that person crazy, that person out their fucking mind, that person nuts. Oh, good for you. Try it out. Try it on. Maybe you like it. Take that identity around the block a few times. See if it's gonna sit with you. And if it don't, you can always come back over here. But when a person sit up there and say, I want to change my life and be a completely different energy, I want to be strong, faster, smarter, and more helpful, more loving, dedicated, that motherfucker ain't gonna never do it. That bitch ain't gonna get out of that shit. That motherfucker gonna always be that dumb. That bitch can't change. But I could change my gender and my mindset but I can't change my attitude and my perception. Do you not see the problem here? People, 2024, let's normalize allowing us to change for the better. Let's normalize it. If I know a sister that been out there and she approached me on a point where, hey, brother, I'm spiritual now. I'm a Hotepian. I like my crystals and herbs and stones. I ain't gonna say, oh, ho, you ain't shit. You was a bitch. You a fucking. That was that time. Now this is a different person. If a brother that was out there gang banging, busting heads, knocking bitches off, and he say, hey, I'm a changed man. I just want to love, go to church, and get spiritual. No, I can't trust that motherfucker. He always gonna get me. One of the worst sayings that I heard that really aggravates me: once a killer, always a killer. Once a thief, always a thief. That can't be farther from the truth. That's what mimeomia is. There. Once a thief, always a thief. Once a hoe, always a hoe. Once a killer, always a killer. Sometimes people just lose the energy to hurt people. And sometimes people just say, hey, I want to be loved and respected and cherished. Let's go down to the meat and potatoes, people of this bitch. Let's say somebody that hurt you so much and they come to you and they apologize sincerely. Cry, snot coming out, they know it's Viola Davis energy, baby. You know they meant it. Because you can't build up that snot on a fake. And they say, I am so sorry I ever hurt you. I'm so sorry I put you through what I did. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. I was wrong. I changed my life and I just want to come back to you and say I'm sorry. Apologize. Forgive me. And you do a shallow ass apology. I accept your apology. But in your mind, you walk away, that bitch ain't gonna change. That bitch gonna hurt me again. That bitch gonna do this right here. So you shouldn't even say nothing. Man, get up off your goddamn knees. Nigga, I ain't accepting that apology. Go on about your business and let the man sit in his resolve. But we accept it, make that person feel we changed. Now they act in a certain way. Now you looking at that person sideways with anger because you can't even interact with the person because you're still sitting out there haven't forgiven that person. People, I'm just telling you the truth. If you don't like it, it's your energy, it's your fault. Somebody came and apologized to me. They said, I know I hurt you. I know I hurt you. I know I said some awful things. I know I did you dirty. I do apologize. Lord have mercy, I apologize. You didn't deserve it. They said, will you accept my apology? I said, yeah. I said, I accept it. I said, we make mistakes. Maybe we done been there. I said, I done did some shit to people. I done did so much shit. I don't know who the fuck I should apologize to. But if a bitch ever come at me, man, you hurt me. Listen, bro, please accept my apology. Sister, I am so sorry. I know how to say, hey, because that's not me now. That was me then. Sometimes you have to apologize for the old man or for the old woman to allow the new woman to exist, people. That's a message. But when they told me that, then they say, man, why you still talk to me after what I did to you? I said, you asked me, you apologize, man. I said, by you apologizing, the slate clean. I accepted it. I ain't accepted with conditions. So you ain't got to be a hard ass when you come around me. Be yourself, love, man, live. Bro, you a real one. You a real one, man. Bro, I don't know if I could do it. I say I have to be the change in order to get the change, man. I say, and you apologize. I felt it sincerely. Guess what? We friends now. Granted, I can't trust you with that avenue no more, but we still cool. No harm, no foul. That changes somebody. That galvanizes the identity that that person is trying to be. So now we don't have to typecast that person. That person don't have to act like a snake, knowing that that person was a snake. He ain't got to act like it. She ain't got to act like it. She can be her authentic self, the new version that she want to be, that he want to be. Am I making sense? Give me them 4 letters, people. I don't want to put y'all to sleep. Y'all know me. I like to ramble and talk. That's real, but it's hard to look past what someone has done. Beautiful Candy, you are absolutely right. I'm not saying look past it. I'm just saying if a person come and apologize to you and you accept that apology, allow that person to be walking their new self. You ain't gotta fuck with them in the same avenue that they hurt you in. But you sure don't have to waste your time hating that motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. Allow that person to be. Celebrate the change. I trust people to be themselves. So motive be, there we go. Queen Beijing. Gloria, hey. Royal Blue, elbow you in the back of the throat. Kimiko, Sugar Mama Franklin. Boy, she spelled out her whole name. I like that. Good people, I'm not saying I got all the answers. I'm just trying to heal us one Monday at a time. Because our ancestors didn't get this talk. They couldn't understand this. I couldn't reach them like I can reach you. I go in my mind and I go in my closet and I apologize to my ancestors for me not living to the purpose that they had for me, the dream that they had for me. My ancestors wanted me to be a firefighter. I had a dream to be a firefighter. I dropped it. Ancestors wanted me to be a law enforcement officer. Had that dream. I dropped it. Wanted me to have a house, be married. I tried it. I failed. I have to apologize for all the mistakes I made and tell that ancestor energy, this is me now. Accept me here, meet me where I am here, and allow me to be this version and help me grow more into this version that I want to be. If all our ancestors said, fuck you, I ain't gonna talk to you, I ain't gonna help you, I ain't gonna give you no energy, I ain't gonna give you no insight because I don't accept shit you did. This new you a fake. You ain't acting like I want you to act. You ain't acting like the family say. Do you think we'll be able to move one foot on this planet, drag one motherfucking goddamn feet across this earth? If we can expect this from our ancestor energy, we can expect it from our bloodline, and we can expect it from our family members, we could damn sure expect it for ourselves. So let's get rid of this mimeomia shit. I'm gonna read it again, you know me. The frustration of knowing how easily you fit into a stereotype. Let's get rid of making people feel as if they have to fit the persona that they don't want. It's a lot of people out here, soft as cotton. They ready to be soft. They ready to be sweet. But they got this energy on them that they, bitch, gonna think I'm this way, so I got to be this way. It's a lot of women out there, man, that just was such a hard motherfucking nut to crack back in the day. Hated men, hated this shit, fought every day, battle cat in the neighborhood. Typically a red bone with an ankle bracelet and an earring in her nose from the 80s. That's what I'm talking about. They was such a hard nut to crack, so mean, so terrible, that now they in their little soft girl era, and we supposed to say, nah, you can't be in your soft girl era. Bitch, that's who you was then. This is who you gonna be now. That soft girl era shit, that just may be their true identity. If we don't nurture that thing, brothers, we gonna fucking fail and we gonna lose. We gonna lose. So if a woman gonna be in a soft girl era, I'm gonna take advantage of that softness all motherfucking day. Baby, I like you soft. I like you saying yes. I like you kissing and hugging on me. I'm gonna promote that shit, jazz it up, pop it up, step on it, dance with it. Baby, we finna enjoy this because this identity is what I like. If this is what you're trying to be, let me promote that. Let me charge you up with it because I want to continue to see it. Am I making sense or not? Or should I just, oh, she gonna turn back to being a bitch? Yeah, she gonna turn back if you don't allow her to be who she's supposed to be. Lady, if you see a weak ass man and he done stepped up and he say, well, goddamn it, I'm gonna lead now. This is the, they could be in your household, they could be your husband, your boyfriend, y'all could be married, and he been such a beta man so long, and you can't even see that when he trying to change to be that person you want him to be, that you had that disdain for from him being the little simpy. Well, I'm gonna lead. I'm gonna take the road. Baby, no, we can't do that. We gonna do this. Oh, I don't know who you think you bucking up, Melvin. You know you ain't shit. I done heard him talk to a man like that. I bitch, I tell man, don't let that woman talk to you like that. Boy, you got a dick and two nuts between your legs. You better stand up. You right. I say that shit as I'm driving off. Nigga, stand up to that shit, baby. Don't let her handle you like that. Bitch, your nuts gonna be in a jar over the stove. I talk some shit like this, give a man confidence. But ladies, if you know a weak man and he done stepped his ass up and he trying to be tough and he trying to be what everybody trying to get him to be, and he trying to protect, defend, and support, and do all that shit, cherish and honor. Let him say good job. Work with him. Give him the confidence, the boost. If that's what you want, we sit up there and we allow people to get off drugs and go to 12-step program from alcoholism, and we respect that shit. And they done drunk and stole and did everything. But we can't accept a man trying to better himself to be a man. That's bad. That's not commendable. We can't accept the woman stepping in her place and stepping in her feminine energy to be a woman. That's not commendable nowadays. That's due to the whole alpha male and bitter bitch syndrome. Y'all know how I feel about that. I'm just telling people, we have to stop making motherfuckers feel they need to act a certain way in order to be in your life, in order to make you comfortable. Yeah, it's gonna make you uncomfortable for a motherfucker that you know can hurt you and they not acting the part the way you need to defend yourself. I get it. But still respect the person enough to know they changing, or at least trying. It may work out for you. You may be the only one to sit up there and say, they have that person sit up there and say, yeah, that person believed in me when nobody else did. Yeah, he showed me I can be soft. I done heard a lot of women say, I had a good friend, he showed me I can be soft. And tell you, I ain't trying to work hard. I ain't trying to be the man no more in my household. I hear it on the podcast and shit. It took one person to show them that the identity that they was trying to do go against their original programming made them women some of the best women on the planet. Some men that stepped up and become leaders in the community because we allowed them to be. So stop stereotyping us. Fellas, stop stereotyping women. White folks, stop stereotyping black folks. Black folks, stop stereotyping them white folks. Damn it, don't stereotype the Asian man. They can do construction too. Blew my mind. I'm just saying, people. Let me read some of these comments. I'm done with the conversation. We done with it. Y'all got it. I think y'all got it. How long do we have to apologetically? Just asking. How long? This is from Brianna. How long do we have to apologetic? I guess that's to be apologetic. Just asking. One time, you ain't gotta kiss no ass now. No, you ain't gotta kiss no ass. We ain't telling you to apologize and kiss ass or have that person kiss your ass. Hey, I'm in a zone. I want to change. I want to apologize. Accept me or not. If you can't accept me, cool. If you can, love it. Don't kiss nobody ass. Good morning, Diamond. Soft life. There you go. TT. What you talking about? TT. TT. I ain't heard of TT in so long. Where are these men you speak of? Asking for myself. Straight up, not a friend. They're around. Trust me. They're around. It's a lot of them around. Really, a lot of these men are really afraid. Really, we done felt into the simp zone so bad that we're afraid to even step to a woman, because we afraid we're gonna get cursed out, or we don't know if they liking other women, and we don't want to get called creep weirdos or something like that. So we afraid. But but then that's his problem. But once he get the nuts and walk up to you, hey baby, what it is? You looking real good. Can I get your number? Take you out, say something to you, get a cup of coffee, ice cream, what? If he could do that, that's his first step to being a man. Get a man a conversation or two, even if it's like, no, you good, you got somebody. I appreciate you, thank you, and all that. Give him the confidence. A lot of brothers simped up, man. We were raised by our mamas. Me, I had some rough ass uncles, and I had a very, very good looking hoish ass daddy and granddaddy. So that shit didn't last too long in my blood. Pam, thank you. It's time for me to be in my soft girl era. Be it then, goddamn it. Be soft. Soft as you can goddamn be. What if you forgive? What if you forgive and they keep doing the same thing? Then they weren't genuine. So then now you sit up there and say, fuck you. And you say you don't get a third time to fuck me over. And you disavow their ass. Simple. X. What are your thoughts on the Indian music video of the Indian guy singing in a black nigga? I don't care. That's his ideal. That's where he making music on YouTube online. I don't care. I don't care about racial shit. He can say it. He can say that word all day long. Don't bother me. He's a nigga. He's a nigga. He's a nigga. He's a nigga. I'm nigga shit. I'm doing nigga shit. You got nigga shit, nigga moment, nigga everything. That's his identity. That's what he doing. Let him rock with it. Are black men like this with just black women? I feel like they act different when they date outside their race. You know what? So let's address this shit right here, cause and who said that? I want to say your name. Beautiful Candy. Trust me on this one right here. When black men date outside their race, and this is me personally, okay? When black men date outside their race, they're dating outside their race for an experience. They're dating outside of their race for an experience because they don't feel someone in that race is going to accept them. So they say, I need to go outside my race to get acceptance. Same thing with women, with black women and any other women in a race. Something inside your mechanism, inside your mind says, I am not going to be accepted by any male woman in my race, so I'm going to try dating outside my race. Now, when they date outside their race, they're going to be on their best behavior. They're going to be very good and very this. I got two biracial kids. I'm talking from experience. So they're going to act right. But let me tell you something. It always go back to programming people, how you was raised. And as soon as that person that they dating outside their race buck up and they not invested in that person, they out the door. And that's why you see a lot of these white women get with these hardcore ass brothers and they think they one of them or they think they down with the cause or they done been through the struggle and they could use that N word when they curse him out or when they're upset. And they can sit up there and talk shit about them in a certain way. And I mean, man, I ain't gotta take this shit from you. I'm out. So, but now they done had some invested property, baby, houses, cars, love, whatever. So now it's like the black man, the piece of shit. But let's say the same thing on the black woman when she date outside her race and she go date a white male. She's more willing to take that slang, that N word, because she understands this is a term of not a term like just the way people talk. Because she grew up listening to it. But the one thing that'll make a black woman leave a white man quicker than anything, and listen to me good now, and if y'all say I'm lying, I'll prove you different. When that white man ends up insulting her mother or her grandma, the white man can insult her all day because she understands this is just a game she playing. She trying to be accepted. She looking at the statements and shit. But if that person overstep that bar and say, well, your mama ain't shit, your grandma ain't shit, guess what that black girl do? Well, bitch, you don't like them, you can't like me. You see how we going with this right here? The white man can say, you ain't shit. You just a nigga bitch. Fuck you, because she invested. But let that white man sit up there and talk about that mama, that grandmama. Your mama ain't shit and your grandma ain't shit. That bitch will pack her clothes so quick and get the fuck away from him because you just insulted where she came from. That's her identity. Y'all follow me how this works? So white men, don't talk. If you like our sisters, don't talk about their mamas or their grandmamas. Don't do that. They're gonna leave your ass. And white women, don't use them hard R's and shit and think you one of us just because you change that word up. You could call them a pussy hole or asshole or a bitch, but don't use that hard R because they will leave your ass quick. Because you ain't part of the struggle. You just an identity crisis for the brother at the time, or he trying to get to know you. I'm just talking. I mean, say what you want to say. Say what you want to say about me. I got two biracial kids. I done been through that shit. It happens, Ella. Trust me, it happens. Orly Thompson. When two slave masters fight, I don't really give a fuck about them. I'll leave it at that. When two slave masters fight, and it's time for me to get the back the fuck up and see who gonna win. Okay, so and this is not a political channel, so out of respect, do not bring that Palestine and Israel shit over here, please. So do not bring the gender wars, the whole gay and the lesbian LGBT shit, trying to trigger some response or some shit like that. That is not this channel. This channel is positive, uplifting shit. So take that shit off that channel. If I see your name pop up here again, I'm gonna block your ass. That was a little dumbass chatbot people, man, little trolls trying to stir up shit. What the fuck Palestine and Israel got to do with me telling people don't let a bitch typecast you? It is not what I'm talking about. We're talking about typecasting. I never said Jewish people was bad, never said Palestinians was bad. I don't know enough about them. I'm talking about black and white. I'm talking about typecasting relationship shit that we deal with. Everybody. But that's how it go. People stop typecasting other people and stop allowing people to typecast you all. Because it forces you to act a certain way. And when you act out of your character, it's not good for anybody. Everybody, how do y'all like this talk? Did y'all get some insight over it? The mimeomia. 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 Definition: the frustration of knowing how easily you fit into a stereotype. And we stereotype everybody, and women fit into it. Are they hoes? Are they gold diggers? Because they took care of themselves and built themselves up, went to the gym, got ass implants and all that. Oh, they a gold digging bitch. So now y'all gotta act that part in order to sustain yourself. Men ain't shit because you know they got 30 different women and shit. So now we gotta act that part in order to sustain ourselves. We can't be good spiritualists because it ain't our culture. So now we gotta act in the closet, be in the closet spiritualists. My persona is my personality, is my present, is my reality. And I can give a fuck. I am the Baron. I'm no longer Tracy. I am the Baron. That's it. And if anybody sit up there and say, oh, nigga, you still a gang banging womanizer, I ain't got to accept that shit. That person can't meet me where I'm at with this right here. Fuck you. I'm going to be who I want to be. The only thing y'all look at and see the gang banging womanizer, when y'all look at me, really stop. You need to stop looking because you're not seeing me with real eyes. You're seeing me with hatred and malice and contempt. New Zealand in the house. Uh, KL, I don't know the opposite term for it, but I will look it up for you. I don't know the opposite term, but I will look it up. Net One Love, how you doing? I was looking for you. Everybody, I'm finna let y'all go ahead and go. I got some tax stuff to do. It's tax season, y'all, and when you got a business, y'all better get caught up on the new tax law about registering your business and all that shit. And it's horrible, man. I got to see my accountant 2 days in a row. He done. Oh man, we need to do this for 2 days straight, brother. We gotta get you right. I said, please get me right, man. I say, am I getting some back this year? We gotta do our best. When they say that we're gonna do our best, all right. Listen, take care of your taxes this year, people. Go on them tax laws, do the right thing, pay them people their money so they don't fuck you over when the IRS start carrying them pistols on their ass and the hip knock on your door, bitch. You owe us $10,000, pay up or come with us type shit. That's gonna be the strategy to get your ass out the house. You're gonna owe them. And they're gonna take you down there to them damn FEMA camps probably. And boom, you're gone for days. is amazing me because I do this knowingly and unknowingly. That's right, Miss Vix. We do it. We do it. But now that we know what we're doing, we can fix it. All right, everybody. Finna let you guys go. Just gonna say happy Monday. Love you guys always. On the Baron, telling God to trust in you and the universe because at the end of the day, that's all you got. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all. Soul Tribe. And don't forget about True Spook this Thursday. This is the conclusion of the healthy parts. Number 3. This is the conclusion. So please, if you haven't checked out my True Spook channel, please go over there and check it out. True Spook TV. Please go over there and check it out. If you're a subscriber here, subscribe over there. Watch a couple of the videos. Guarantee you're gonna be hooked. All right, everybody. Stay safe.